I'm Mia Hammond. I just won the Greater Toledo Classic, and this is the Epson Tour Now.
Welcome back to Epson Tour Now, your weekly look at players chasing their LPGA dreams. This past week in Toledo, Ohio, we had a first-of-its-kind experience where the Epson Tour and legends of the LPGA shared the spotlight at the inaugural Greater Toledo Classic, hosted by Stacy Lewis. The stage was Highland Meadows, longtime home of the LPGA's Dana Open, and for one special week, it became a celebration of both past and future, with LPGA legends competing on their own 36-hole event alongside Epson Tour players chasing a title of their own. Fans were treated to a full spectrum of talent, stories, and memories. And while the legends brought the star power and nostalgia, the Epson Tour field brought the fire. Mother Nature had plans of her own. Unsettled weather rolled through on Friday and Saturday, bringing multiple delays and eventually forcing a suspension of play late Saturday afternoon. As a result, round 2 had to be completed Sunday morning, setting up a compressed and pressure-packed final day. While round 1 belonged to Erica Hara, who fired a scorching 64 to grab the early lead, it was Mia Hammond who stole the spotlight on the weekend. In her very first Epson Tour start, amateur Mia Hammond wasted no time making an impression. She opened with a 5-under 66, then matched it in round 2 to take the solo lead at 10-under heading into the final round. Showcasing poise beyond her years with a Sunday that was anything but easy, Angela Stanford showed why she's one of the game's greats, coming from behind to win the Legends of the LPGA event in a thrilling 2-hole playoff after a weekend that brought together the past and future of the women's game. Amanda Doherty and Yue Ren charged hard down the stretch. The pressure mounted. The young amateur stayed composed, ultimately needing a birdie on her final hole to secure the win, and she delivered, clinching her first Epson Tour title in dramatic fashion and proving she's a rising star to watch.
I've never cried like that on a course before, and it's the most emotional I felt in a very, very, very long time. First time I've ever cried happy tears, I'll say that. This week was a grind, I'll admit, especially today. Coming down the stretch, I was looking at the leaderboard, I was grabbing my phone out of my golf bag, which probably isn't a good thing, but you know, to stand here and say that I did it is really special. I've had a pretty rough year and a half. This week was a really, really big confidence booster, and I finally feel like myself again. Honestly, where I felt the most nervous was I had about, I think, 240 to the pin on the last hole trying to go for it, and my dad was on the bag this week and he told me it was 221 to carry, and I was like, I don't know if I can do that, like that's pushing it. And I honestly felt like I was gonna throw up. Found out after that he lied to me and it was actually 232 to cover. So I'm glad he did. My whole body was shaking over that last putt. Definitely nerve-wracking, it was only a foot, but the whole time I was like, just don't miss it, don't miss it, don't miss it. I knew I had to make it to win, and just being able to pull it off means a lot.
When Angela Stanford was there for the trophy ceremony, was part of it. Can you describe that moment?
That is so cool, and knowing that she's going to be the Solheim captain is so surreal. She's such a great person. We had a panel a couple nights ago and she spoke for a few minutes, and just hearing what she had to say and her experiences were super helpful. She's a super nice lady. I look up to her a lot, and it was great to be able to share that moment with her. 2 years ago was my biggest accomplishment, and now this year tops that by a million. If you would have told me 2 years ago that I was gonna win this event, I would have told you were stupid and probably just walked away, to be honest. I've come a long way in those 2 years. I've matured a lot as a person. I feel like it's just super special to be back in this place and somewhere that means so much to me.
With the win, Mia Hammond earns nothing but extreme aura and bragging rights due to her amateur status. As a non-member, her winnings were dispersed down the leaderboard to the members in the field. This week's Move of the Week, presented by the City of Indian Wells, belongs to Yue Ren, who finished T2 and jumped 58 spots right up into the top 50 at number 45 in the race for the card. That's a wrap from Toledo, where even the rain couldn't put a damper on a week full of milestones. A 17-year-old amateur led into Sunday and got the job done, and LPGA legends set the tone for something truly special. Dreams are within reach, but nothing is guaranteed. The next few weeks will define who's taking those final steps towards the LPGA.